and it's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo. Hi, Thomas. That's pretty exciting. Okay. Strap or a towel if you have tight hammies. We probably all do because we're either inside sitting or we're walking a lot. Blocks or books if you have it. Water. Where's mine? I don't know. What'd I do with it? I have to find my water and then we can get rolling. So let's start in 1 minute. Get yourself ready. It's like blazing in my apartment. Karida. Hi, Carlos. Sorry if I can't always see everyone who pops in. Okay. Hi, Hillary. So we're going to do, a usual flow. Can you hear me okay over here? I've rearranged to see if it works a little bit better, if you can see me a little bit better. I've been told I have to get a tripod. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. All right. What time is it? Okay. I'm still gabbing. Let's do it. So we're going to start. If you haven't already, you can grab my playlist. I posted it to my story and I also put it in my bio. You can follow that link. And it's Spotify. You're welcome to just follow me if that's a thing. You can follow me on Spotify and you're welcome to any of the playlists. There's been some really great tunes out lately. I tried to cut my own hair. You can tell I had to. What was I going to do? All right, let's get started on your mat, on the floor, on your back. So this is a really great time if you have your strap available. If at any point you can't hear me, just give me a little signal. I'll figure it out a couple minutes later when I walk all the way over there to see what you have to say. All right, so whatever you need, you can, thank you. I guess I did an okay job. It's because you can't tell because we're on video. All right, so lie down on your back. Get your strap or towel, and if you don't have one, you can still practice, no worries. Round down onto your spine, hug the knees into the chest. And then bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knife edge of the feet to drop down towards the floor into a Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined butterfly, and your arms will reach out in opposite directions. Soften down in the shoulders. Come here. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all release out through the mouth and let the back body heavy down towards the floor. 2 more just like that. Deep inhale through the nose, fill the chest, fill the lungs, fill the belly, fill the back body. Exhale it out through the mouth, soften the spine down towards the mat, soften the shoulders away from the ears. One more time, deep breath in through the nose, fill the entire front body. Fill so much that you feel the pressure pressing through the back of the body. And now open the mouth and exhale, let it all go and continue to breathe out until you're completely empty and hold the breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale through the nose, hug the knees into the chest. Either take the strap or take a hold of the big toe with the peace finger of your left foot. Drop the sole of the right foot down toward the floor and now extend your left leg off to the left side in a Padangusthasana B on your back. Peel open the inner left thigh, roll your left heel up towards the sky, get nice and broad in the chest. Maybe you tee the right arm off to the right. And now softly bring that left leg up through center. Take a hold of the strap or the outside of the left foot, and now drop the right knee and the left foot over to the right side of the mat. A nice IT stretch, getting into the hip flexors, into the thighs, into the hamstrings, and of course into the lower back. And breathe in, draw your left leg back up through center, reach it up towards the sky, pick up your right knee, and now release, bend the left knee and place the sole of the left foot on the mat. Hug the right knee into the chest. Take a hold of the big toe or use your strap and reach your right leg off to the right side. My right leg is super tight these days. Pivot the inside of your right heel up and the pinky toe down. And keep that breath flowing smooth and glassy. And now draw the right foot up towards the sky. Take a hold of the outside of the right foot. IT stretch. Drop the left knee and the right foot over to the left side. And then try to keep that back of your left hip pinned down toward the floor, but if it lifts, it's fine. Extending your right arm T to the right. And now draw it back up through center. Give yourself one little hamstring stretch. One breath in, pull the femur back and down. And exhale, release. Hug both knees into the chest. Rock side to side, finding a little bit of a massage to the lumbar. Start to connect your movement with your breath and stay here for a moment, making circles with the knees towards the right side. And then make circles with the knees towards the left side. And now hug the knees back in and rock up and down the length of the spine as many times as you want, and meet me in a tabletop position. And if you're here and you have my playlist, you're welcome to turn it on now. Come over here. Come hang out with us. Meet me in a tabletop position and run through a few rounds of cat-cow. Deep inhales, drop belly, heart forward, look up. Match the breath out as you round the back, tuck the chin, press into the palms. 2 more times. Inhale, flip the tail, send the heart forward, turn your gaze up. Exhale, round and tuck and press your knees and your palms down. This time flip your fingertips back towards your knees. Inhale, arch the spine, press your heart forward, look up. Exhale, round into a cat pose, and now send your hips back towards your heels. Oh my God, and it's dog. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, drop the heels down, press into the thumb and the forefinger, rotate the triceps down. 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, lowering the heels down even more, stretching the backs of the legs, letting the chest melt. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, roll triceps down, get long in the spine, and now start to pedal out the feet, bending the right knee, bending the left knee, shaking out your head, getting nice and loose in your upper body. Swivel the hips, whatever you want to do. Breathe. Move in whatever way your body's asking you to move right now. Inhale slow, round it forward, high plank pose, look in between the thumbs. Exhale, slowly lower it all the way down to the floor, untuck the toes, interlock your fingers behind the sacrum and point the toes back. Squeeze the wrists together, inhale, pick up your chest, squeeze shoulder blades together, get nice and broad in the collarbone, lift the chin ever so slightly. And exhale, release only the forearms down to the mat into a Sphinx pose so you can pull back with your elbows, press forward with your heart, and now reach your shoulder blades together. Soften the sides of the neck and come to the breath. And pull back just a tiny bit more, heart a little bit more forward in between the biceps. And now slowly, if you're ready, start to straighten out through the arms. It's a really nice compression on the lower back, so take it slow, slow, slow. And now lower the chest down. Bring your hands underneath of the shoulder heads, and now send your hips back to meet the heels. Child's pose, fingertips extended out in front of you. Tuck the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, swipe the right leg up behind you. Try to keep the hips nice and square. Exhale, round forward, lightly set the right foot in between the thumbs, the left knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus the arms, let the chest rise, let the heart melt back. Inhale, release both hands inside of the right foot. Flip onto the outside of the left heel, Skandasana on the right side. So just breathe here for a moment, opening up the inner left thigh and pointing your toes up towards the sky. Pick up the chest. And now slowly, slowly straighten out through both legs, keeping a Prasarita, but keep it really lifted. So you're not coming into a Prasarita forward fold. You're just coming into that wide legs, and your back is parallel with the floor. So what you want to do is think about your sit bones and pick them up towards the ceiling, and now drive down through the heels so you get a nice stretch of your hamstrings. And now walk it forward to the top of the mat. Flip the right toes forward. Left hand down, right arm spikes up to the sky, twisted lunge. Breathe here and continue to tack back with your right hip. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Feel that nice lift of the pelvic floor. Keep the breath flowing. And exhale, drop the right hand, drop the left knee, and straighten the right leg into a half split. And if you want to pick up the toes, pick the toes up towards the ceiling, and maybe you can interlock your fingers behind the spine to get a little bit of balance working here. So we're gonna work the root chakra today. There's a reason for this. I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Release your hands down to the mat, bend into right knee. Pick up the left leg into a standing split. And now peel the hips open to stack the left hip on top of the right and get really open in that right inner thigh. If you can't feel it, point your toes and lift your left toes up higher. And now as you exhale, tap your toes over toward the front right corner of the mat. One more time, inhale, lift your left leg up into an open standing split. Exhale, tap your toes over toward the right front corner of the mat. Once more, inhale, lift it up. And as you exhale, seated twist. Left knee behind the right, sit bones to the mat. Right hand behind you, left arm spirals up and over the head, twist over towards the back of the mat. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, press into the left arm and turn your gaze towards the back. And slowly, slowly release. Fingertips tent behind you. Extend your legs forward into a Navasana boat pose supported. So your fingertips are down and your shoulder blades gather together. And now cross the ankles. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Heels down. Soft face. Let go of the jaw. Okay, swipe the left leg up on your inhale. Flex the foot. Exhale, left toes in between the thumbs, the right knee down. Breathe in, sweep your arms out and up. Get long in the side body, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus the arms, sink the pelvic floor a little bit lower, and gather the shoulder blades together. Lift in your elbows. And exhale, release both hands inside of the left foot. I'm going to flip. Now, can you see me? Skandasana on the left side, so you extend the right leg straight and point the right toes up towards the sky. Breathe, breathe. And now straighten out through both legs. Come into that core work, that Prasarita, but this time, bring your hands to the hips. Reach the crown of the head forward. Rock the weight into the balls of the feet so you can lift the heels and hug your quad to bone. And now draw belly button towards the back of the spine, shoulders drop down the back. And maybe you can extend the arms forward out in front of you and keep that nice long spine that's parallel with the floor. And now slowly release. Pivot to the top of the mat. Twisted lunge. The right hand down. The left arm sweeps up towards the sky. Roll that outer right shoulder back. Get long in the back leg and hook back with your left hip. Breathe. Open in the heart. Breathe out. Drop left hand. Drop right knee. Straighten out through the left leg. Half splits. Peel your toes up towards the sky if it feels okay for you. Pressing back with your heel and pressing forward with your pulling forward with your toes. And where is your breath? And where is your mind? And now bend into the left knee, step forward and reach the right leg up into a standing split. And now peel the right hip on top of the left so you're opening up in the legs and your right toes are reaching up towards the left back corner of the mat. And now exhale, tap them over towards the left top corner of the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, reach your right leg up and really get long. Exhale, tap the right toes over to the left, bend into left knee. 1 more time. Inhale, peel it up, open. Exhale, seated twist. Right knee behind the left knee. Sit bones to the mat. Inhale, left hand behind you, right arm up. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Breathe in, get tall. Breathe out, pivot towards the back. And now come forward through center, come into that supported Navasana. Legs extend out in front of you. Fingertips are really light on the floor. Gather the shoulder blades together and now press your toes forward and lift the kneecaps. Hug the belly in, but get broad in the chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And now cross the ankles, send it back, downward facing dog. And let it go. And now inhale, walk your feet forward to the top of the mat, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Pick up the chest, long spine as you breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold, dangle upper body over the legs and ground down through the feet. And micro bend your knees, inhale, rise. Spiral your arms out and up, fingertips high to the sky. And exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. Breathe in, sweep your arms out and up. Get nice and long in the lateral. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold, bring the nose towards the knees. Inhale, step the right leg back and long, tap the right knee down. Exhale, sweep your arms out and up, get nice and long. Next, exhale, lower both hands down, step it back to downward dog. And inhale, rock forward, high plank. Exhale, tap, knees, chest, chin to the mat, Ashtangasana. Point the toes, sweep it through, cobra pose. Tuck the toes, hinge it back, downward dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, the right foot forward, runner's lunge. Squeeze your outer thighs back. And now step up to the front of the mat, Uttanasana, and inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, refold over the legs. Inhale, step the left leg back, super long, tap left knee down. Breathe in, arms reach out and up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, both hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin, tuck elbows in. Point the toes, sweep it through, cobra, nice and deep. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, swipe the left leg up. Exhale, runner's lunge, left leg forward, get long in the right leg. Step the right foot forward and fold into Uttanasana. And inhale, reach your arms out and up. Let's do that one more time. Hands come to prayer, get nice and grounded in the feet. And now inhale, spiral your arms out and up, belly in. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, right leg long back, tap the right knee down. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, squeeze your left hip back. Exhale, downward facing dog, move with your breath. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Breathe in into your cobra. Breathe out into your Adho Mukha. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward, long left leg. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, spiral your arms out and up, get long. Exhale, refold over the legs. Left leg back, super long, left knee down. Inhale, squeeze your thighs together, arms reach up. Exhale, Adho Mukha. High plank, breath in. Ashtangasana, breath out. Cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. Left leg rises on your breath in. Runner's lunge as you exhale. Breathe in, step it up to the top of the mat, look forward. Exhale, fold and bring your feet hip distance apart, bend the knees. Collect the big toes with the peace fingers. Padangusthasana, forward fold, start to straighten out through the legs. And now bring your elbows out in opposite directions and lightly pull the crown of the head down towards the floor. So when I say pull, I mean encourage. You don't want to pull in any kind of, violent way. You just want to, support the crown of your head going closer towards the mat. And now inhale, release that bind, look up, lengthen. Bend the knees, step on the palms, Padahastasana. Toes come to the wrists and slowly bend into the elbows as they reach out in opposite directions. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and then lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. So you want to get really nice and light and airy in the sacrum. Shake out the upper body. And now release that bind and inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, cactus the arms, come to Tadasana, standing pose. Close your eyes. If you'd like to create an intention or a dedication, it is Giving Tuesday, so you can give your practice to someone who needs it. Flutter the eyes open. Bend the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana and fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, plank to your half push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Thighs don't drop, come through. Upward facing dog. Keep the thighs lifted, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. Squeeze your thighs, reach your arms out and up, crescent lunge. Hooking back with the right hip, coming forward with the left. Breathe and get longer in that back leg. And now as if you're cutting forward just from the hip, lean the upper body forward toward whatever's going on in front of you while you continue to pull back with the right hip. And now extend forward into your warrior three. And if you have blocks and you want to come into a supported, I support that too, no pun intended. Or your arms extend, whatever feels good. Micro bend your right knee. None of it feels good because it's warrior three. And now slowly rise and hammock your hands underneath of your left thigh, cradling the left thigh in the interlocked hands. Point your toes down. And now extend your left leg forward. And now bend the knee. And now extend the leg forward, get taller in the spine, and then bend the knee, point the toes down. And now extend it forward one more time, get nice and long. And now slowly hug the knee in towards the chest, lower your body down into a standing split, but peel the left leg nice and open. And now step the left toes to the right back corner of the mat. So you're in a crisscrossed pyramid pose. Take both hands to the right side of your right foot and press down in the left heel. Oh my God, if you do this right, this is really, really intense on your IT band, but it's good for you. So continue to ratchet that right hip back. The more you press into both heels, the deeper you'll get into the hamstring. If you feel anything in the lower back, keep the chest lifted. Try to isolate that outer right hip. Oh. And if you don't feel it, walk your hands even more to the outside of the mat, of the edge of the mat. And now walk your hands over towards the left. Pivot all 10 toes toward the back of the mat. Come into a pyramid pose toward the back on the left leg. Breathe in, get long and lift your sacrum. Breathe out and hug your nose down towards your knee as you press down into both feet. Hug the quad in, belly comes in. Oh. And remember, if you were in my other class, I taught you that self-adjustment. You can bring your thumb to the crease of the left hip and roll the left hip back. And now you'll really feel it in your hamstring. But keep all the muscles on fire and working. And now pivot the left toes toward the front left long ways of the mat. Pivot the right toes towards the top of the mat. Peel open into a Trikonasana triangle pose. And you might have to get wider in your stance, but then get wider in your stance. That's fine. Work the posture to work for you. Stacking shoulders, soften the face, breathe. And if you want to bring the left arm up and over the left ear, do it. Squeeze your glutes. And now exhale, release both hands, frame the front foot and step it back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's do another round. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, half push up, clip elbows in. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Last time, high plank. Half push up, belly in. Inhale, plank. Woo! Exhale, down dog. And now set the left foot forward. Inner thigh squeeze, high lunge. Spiral your arms out and up and get nice and long in the back of the left leg. And now cut forward from the waist. Hinge your upper body forward. Lean toward whatever's in front of you. And now float forward into your Virabhadrasana 3. Magnetize your inner thighs together and lift that left Achilles up towards the ceiling. Soften trapezius down the back. And now slowly rise as you reach your hands, interlock them behind the right thigh. Point the toes down, drop the outer right hip, extend right leg straight. And now bend the knee, get taller in the spine. Exhale, extend the left leg straight. The right leg. Inhale, bend it. Now extend it. And now bend it, release the hands and extend it back and up into that stacked hip standing split. Sorry, I forgot what it was called for a second. And now step the right toes toward the back left corner of the mat into that weird pyramid pose. And your hands come to the outside of your left foot or maybe to the outside of the mat and keep pressing down. Keep pressing down through your heels. And now release it. Swivel your body through the right side all the way to the back of the mat into a pyramid pose. I think I'm off now. And now hook the right hip back. Pick the sit bones up, a little concave of the spine, doesn't hurt no one. Draw the nose down towards the knee. And if you want to do the self-adjustment, right thumb to right hip crease, pull it back. Inner thigh squeeze. Press your heel and the ball of the big toe down. Belly in. Muscles along the spine are strong, yet relaxed. And now flip your right toes toward the right side of the mat. Flip the left toes toward the top of the mat. Maybe widen your stance and peel it open into a Trikonasana triangle pose. Keep hooking back with your left hip. Alan, it doesn't count if you come to the class 45 minutes late. Breathe, keep opening. Maybe the right bicep comes long over the ear. And now exhale, swivel it down, downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's run through that again with a little more finesse. So inhale, this time right leg up. Exhale, send the right foot forward. Inhale, high crescent lunge, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge your upper body forward, press through the back heel. Inhale, float forward into your Virabhadrasana 3. Exhale, hug the left knee up towards the chest, interlock fingers behind the thigh. Inhale, extend the left leg straight. Exhale, bend the left knee and release palms down to the mat. Left leg comes up into your standing split. Step the left foot back. Weird pyramid where you step your hands to the right side of your right foot. Take a nice long cycle of breath here. And now swivel the body towards the left and then to the back of the mat. All sets of toes point forward. Pyramid pose, pick up your chest. Exhale, draw the nose down towards your knee. And now walk it through the long side of the mat. Flip the left toes toward the side, the right toes toward the front. Open up into a Trikonasana. Gather shoulder blades together. Maybe you have to make the stance a little bit bigger. I do. And then this time, stay like this, but bend into the right knee and bring the right forearm inside of the thigh. Press your knee back with your right elbow and squeeze your glutes together. Exhale, release it. Downward dog. High plank, breath in. Low plank, breath out. Breathe in, Urdhva Mukha. Breathe out, Adho Mukha. Left leg flies up. Send the left foot forward, high lunge. Breathe in, arms reach up nice and high. Exhale, hinge it forward, cut from the waist and float into your Virabhadrasana 3. Now rise, bring your hands interlock behind the right thigh and the knee. Exhale, extend the right leg straight out in front of you. Release the hands as you bend the knee, hands to the floor, the right foot reaches up to the sky into your splits. Now set the right toes toward the left corner of the mat, pyramid on an angle. Bring your both hands over to the left side, squeeze your thighs, hook left hip back. And now swivel toward the back of the mat, both sets of toes reach toward the back, pyramid pose, pick up chest as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold. And now flip your right toes to be parallel with the back of the mat and the left toes come out forward. Open up your stance, widen it open to a Trikonasana. Gazes up at the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes and lift the kneecaps. And now bend into that left knee. Slip the elbow or forearm inside of the left knee and now press the knee into the elbow and the elbow into the knee. So the more that you press and squeeze your outer hip muscles, the more you're going to open up in your inner left thigh, which is what we want to do. Hi, Jorge. I think I saw Carolina on there too. And now gently release. Send it back into a downward facing dog. And now inhale, walk your hands toward the back of the mat, towards your feet, which I can't do because I'll get cut off. And now bend the knees and slowly rise. Standing pose. If you want to have a strap for this, take your strap or your makeshift strap. Okay. So whatever you choose to do, we'll get nice and strong in the left leg and step on the strap, or you're going to take a hold of the right big toe with the peace finger, drop the outer right hip and extend the right leg straight. Oh, I don't know what is going on with my right leg, but it is not having that today. So right leg extends out in front of you, hips are square, shoulders back, press chest forward, toes reach back towards you, lift it a little bit higher, and now peel it open towards the right. Outer right hip drops. You can give yourself that adjustment by reaching your left arm behind you, bringing it to the crease of the right thigh, and now rolling your outer right thigh down toward the floor. Your toes will flip out. Beautiful. And when you're ready, meet me in a tree pose. Vrikshasana, arms reach out and up. And exhale, interlock your fingers behind the spine with the right thumb on top. Squeeze the knuckles down towards the floor. Get nice and buoyant in your chest. And now exhale, softly release palms and foot. Got to do the other side. Ready? Okay. Right leg straight. Hug left knee up and in. Use your strap or not. Take a hold of the big toe. Extend the left leg straight however you can, without sacrificing the stacked spine. And now when you're ready, peel your leg off to the left side. Right arm can wrap behind you into the hip crease. Roll that outer left hip down. And you'll want to jut over to the right side. Resist that temptation. Try to stay tall and strong. And now release. Place the left foot inside the right thigh into a tree pose and reach your arms out and up. And now interlock your fingers behind the spine with the left thumb on top this time. Pick your chest up, knuckles drag down. Float the heart up. And exhale, release. If you want to shake it out a little bit, you can. Roll the shoulders back. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, spiral arms out and up. Exhale, refold over the legs, nose to knee. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, plank to a chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, and sweep that right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Send the right foot outside of the right hand, lizard pose, but keep the left knee lifted. Hug the inside of your right knee to the outside of your right arm. And get long in the back foot, can even shimmy back a little bit to create more length in your hip flexor and your psoas. And now heel toe your right foot over to the left wrist. Drop the right knee down into a pigeon pose. Stay lifted for a second. Just soften the hips down. Maybe you can bring in a little bit of a posterior tilt to the hips by picking up the front of your abdomen, and then get nice and long, and when you're ready, you can come to the forearms or you can come down to the forehead. So we're working the root chakra in this practice because it's our first chakra. It's the color red, but it's also related to our sense of stability and safety. So I thought this was an apropos time for us to strengthen our feelings of security with ourselves. So most of these postures, all of these postures are leading us up to a posture that it really resonates with the root chakra. So when you're not feeling safe, when you're not feeling secure, it starts to manifest as fears about your job, about your physical safety, about your living space, and about your health. And it's important to not let these outside factors manipulate the strength that we feel inside as human beings. So if you're safe, if you feel good and confident in yourself, and you always have to be wary, but if you feel confident, it's important to keep that confidence by working these certain energy centers of the body so that they're not weakened by anything that we are flooded with on a daily basis. Am I right or am I right? All right, slowly pick up the torso, and now swing the left leg forward, stack the left knee on top of the right knee, shoelace, or cow face. If this isn't available, you can just cross the shins. So sit bones to the mat, press down into the hips, into the fingertips, and lead your heart forward. And now slowly release that. Get nice and tall in the chest. And now extend your legs out in a wide V. Roll back with your pinky toes. Pick up with your chest. Press your fingertips down and your sit bones down and start to press your heart forward. So you want to get some spaciousness in the inner thighs, which we've been working on as a theme in this class. We've been doing a lot of inner thigh work, hamstring work, and strengthening and stabilizing of the hips. All of this region, which is strengthening the root chakra. Okay, take hands to the outside of the thighs, bend the knees, cross the ankles, hinge it back into a downward facing dog, and now we'll sweep the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and now set the left foot outside of the left hand, the right leg stays strong and long behind you. Press tricep into knee and knee into tricep. You will feel an engagement. Keep that engagement and see maybe you can get longer. Shimmy your back foot back a little bit more. And now, heel toe your left foot over to the right side of the mat. Stay lifted. That outer left hip can drop, or you can slip a block underneath it or a book if you're feeling pain or it's too high off of the mat. Come into that little tiny tilt of the pelvis and then come forward with your chest. Forearms, face, cheek, whatever wants to lie on the mat can. Come back to your breathing. Now lightly press into the palms, lift the chest. Swing the right leg forward, stacking right knee on top of left knee, or stacking the shins or crossing the ankles. Sit bones pinned to the floor, hinge forward from the waist. Heart forward, fingertips back behind you. The right hip wants to lift, but try to resist it. Try to keep it grounded. Now softly pick it up. And same thing as before, extend both legs out in a wide V. Maybe this time it's a little bit more open, a little bit deeper. And maybe the hands come in front of you, keep the feet flexed and the toes lifted, buoyant, and rounded back with the pinky toe. And just feel it for a few rounds of breath. And now walk the hands back toward the pelvic floor if they're there. Take a hold of the outsides of the knees. Slip the knees together in front of you and extend the legs straight, or you can bend the knees into 90 degrees, round back with the shoulders, and meet me in Navasana, boat pose. Belly comes in, belly button towards the back of the spine, arms extended out in front of you, and the heart is lifted. So once you start to round forward, pull back. Pull the upper arm bone back into the shoulder socket. Feel yourself connected. Like, I don't know, Legos. Right? Oh. Keep squeezing the legs together. Maybe you can straighten out the legs and point the toes up. Keep lifting in the chest. Hold for another 5. 4. Keep the breath flowing for 3, 2. Lower it down, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. Turn the inner arches of the feet up towards the sky. Stack the spine. And then slowly hinge forward just for a couple of breaths. And now lift up the torso. Take a hold of the big toes with the peace fingers. And slowly rock back a little bit. So you don't want to round the spine. You want to keep it tall, as if you're leaning on a wall that's at a slight angle. So lean back. Find that balance. You can rock back and forth a couple of times on your sit bones. Find that balance in the sit bones. And now slowly start to extend the left leg straight out toward the left. And once you feel that connection and balance, you can extend the right leg off to the right. Straighten out the legs, and the same action. Outer thighs roll back, inner thighs roll up, heart lifts, shoulders gather. Urdhva Upavista Konasana. Breathe. This is good for sciatica. This can tone your muscles. It's good for your concentration, and it's obviously killer for your hands, for your hips, and for your inner thighs and groin. Breathe. Keep it lifted. Keep trying. Hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 1. Bring the soles of the feet together. One more time. And now extend the left leg straight. Come forward into a Janu Shirshasana. Arms extend forward. And now lift up. Extend the right leg straight. Bend the left knee. Janu Shirshasana. And now lift up the chest. Bring the legs out so that they're in a little mini V, so that your feet are about 1 to 2 feet apart. Lift your chest up, and with your hands to the shins, just guide your heart forward, send your hips back. Keep the spine as straight as you possibly can. So you want it to be almost like you have a cast running up the length of your spine, that it can't bend or manipulate in any way. You're leading forward with the heart, and if you have the ability, take a hold of the big toes with the peace fingers and continue to press forward with the heart. I'm coming back. And press back with your hips. And now slowly, slowly, slowly release that. Hug the knees into the chest and lie back down on the back. Spine down, arms out in cactus arms. Let your knees fall to the left elbow and turn your gaze over towards the right if it feels okay for you. I'm not doing it because I'm watching my cat. She knows I want to put her on TV, so she's hiding. But you gotta see her in her little onesie. Come on, girl. And now hug your knees back in towards the chest and let them fall over towards your right elbow and turn your gaze over towards the left. And hug the knees back into the chest. And we can lower the knees down to the mat if you want to do a round or two of bridge pose. I usually don't do back bends after forward folds, but I think you're going to be just fine. So if you want to do a round or two of bridge, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, meet me in a happy baby. And then let's finish the way that we started. So let's come into a reclined hamstring stretch. Bend the left knee, hug the right knee into the chest, take a hold of the big toe with a peace finger and extend your right leg off to the right side. And now bring it over to the left and let the knee and the foot drop down toward the left. And notice a difference from the beginning to the end. Hopefully there is one. And now draw it back through center and maybe you lift your nose towards your knee, get nice and long in the back of the right leg. And now release, right foot down, hug the left knee in. Extend the left foot off to the left side. And now hug it through center, but drop it over toward the right. Drop the right knee down to the floor. And now bring it back to the center. Press the heel up, the toes back, and maybe you pick up your forehead towards the knee. And now release both feet to the mat, hug the knees into the chest, and extend your legs up to the sky in an L-shaped pose. Come on. And now lower your knees down. Here she is, in her little onesie. You can look at my cat. Say hi. Say hi to them. Show them your new outfit. She's been biting at it for days. She's managed to pull it off last night, and she hid it behind the couch. Okay. Knees into the chest. And lay it all the way down into a Shavasana. So roll the shoulders open, let the heart open, fingertips, palms face up towards the sky. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. And now try to get the whole back body soft to the mat. And let the whole front body heavy down toward the back. Front body melts through back body into the floor. Follow your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. You're welcome to turn me off and stay here in your Shavasana, or you can start to bring movement to your body, stretching out through your arms and through your legs. Wrap your arms around your knees, bring your knees towards your heart. And fall over to any side that feels comfortable to you in the moment. Make your way up to a simple seated pose. Legs crossed, eyes closed, spine is stacked. Honor your intention. Hands to prayer in front of the heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Have a beautiful night. I will do a 30-minute flow tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. We'll test it out and see how that goes. I'll be here Friday at 12 EST for a slow flow class. I am joining Bernardo, as you can see in my stories, to offer you a 21-day meditation practice. So it'll be meditation with